Hey, welcome! So for this video, I am going to be swatching all of my MAC lipsticks for you. And I am kind of at a place where my lipstick collection is quite large. So usually when I buy new lipsticks now, it's more to try a very specific color or a color and formula. And I think that as far as MAC lipsticks goes, I have my favorites, and these are kind of just gonna be my MAC lipstick collection for the foreseeable future. I don't imagine things really being added to this. So I have always found these videos to be pretty helpful, and I love seeing lipstick swatches, so I wanted to share them with you here. So the MAC matte lipstick formula is possibly my favorite matte lipstick formula so far. It was the first higher end, not drugstore matte lipstick I found, and it was so impressive for me at the time. And even now that I've tried a larger range of like luxury lipsticks even, I still go back to the MAC lipsticks and feel like, wow, this is just so solid. It hits all the marks, it lasts well, it has a great coverage, it's comfortable to wear, and most of these here are in fact matte lipsticks. So the first one is the MAC matte lipstick in Velvet Teddy, and this is actually my favorite nude lipstick still. I've been trying other lipsticks in search for like a great nude on me lipstick, and this is just, nothing's been able to beat this yet. I found other things that I like almost as much, but when I first bought this, actually my hair was orange, and this shade just looked incredibly gray and awful on me. But now that my hair is like black again, or anytime I wore cool toned hairs, this shade looked beautiful on me. I think that this is a finicky shade, and not everyone is going to love it, but if your like hair tone and skin tone are just right, it'll be perfect. The next shade I have is the MAC lipstick in Twig. It is a satin formula. I have a little mini here, and their minis are only $10, and I think they're pretty good value. The only thing is that they will kind of tip over and get kind of messed up on like pressed onto the outer lipstick case, unfortunately. Twig is kind of a dusty rose color. It's super classic, and I think it flatters a lot of people. I think this looks actually a little deep on my skin tone, especially in the winter now because I'm berry. It definitely I've actually found that I don't like these sorts of shades on me that much. I think they just look very makeup-y on my skin. I think either like a nude color is best or a bright lipstick color is best on me, whereas this kind of in between kind of makes me look older, which I liked when I was young, but now that I'm actually getting older, I kind of want to look more youthful. Which I know sounds ridiculous. Anyways, but I think that for a lot of like medium skin tone people I've seen this on, I think it's really stunning, and I still keep this around because it's such a classic shade. The next shade I have is this limited edition lipstick in So Good For You, and this was actually my first MAC lipstick purchase. I remember I was a freshman or sophomore in college, and I was just starting to get into makeup, and this was one part of their like Christmas collection, and the lady in the store like helped me swatch it and everything, and I was so wowed by how good it looked on me. It's this really it looks bright pink here, but I think on my face it's kind of like this really pinky red. It's really nice for the holidays, and Man, I know how like pink it looks right here. It just looks like a hot pink. But I swear on me, it looks a little bit more like a red lip vibe. But I think because it's so like blue toned, it really brightens up my face a lot. It makes my teeth look so white. And it was my first time trying the MAC matte lipstick formula and I was blown away. I thought it like just absolutely transformed my face. I still really like this lipstick a lot. This lipstick and the next one, which is MAC Ruby Woo, in their retro matte formula, are my favorite reds on me so far. This is Ruby Woo, and as you can see, Velvet Teddy and the So Good For You, despite being matte, still have a teeny bit of sheen, whereas the retro matte formula, slate dry. But I love how it looks. It feels okay so long as I moisturize thoroughly before, but I love how it just makes everything look like velvet on my lips. It's such a solid and like saturated color. It's a really classic red. It makes my teeth look so white, and it really, because of the formula and this like super classic color, it pops so much on my face. This is like my all-time favorite red. Yeah, I think like even if my lips look dry before, once I swipe this on, despite it being kind of hard to work with, after I have it on, it is just like so saturated that it covers everything. If it's flaky, it'll just kind of be like, nope, don't notice that, it's red. It does dry your lips out, that's for sure, but it, on me, in my experience, doesn't look that drying, so I can appreciate that. This next color is the matte lipstick in Marrakesh, and it is like this deep brick red. And I think now with Marrakesh here, you can see how extremely like warm and brown it is, whereas this one is like super bright and pink, and this is really just like a very truly classic red. This is my most recent MAC lipstick, and I had always been wanting either this color or MAC Chili for a long time, but now that I've actually tried it, I don't love how these sorts of like really warm toned deeper lipstick look on me. I'm not sure, I'll keep trying, but I don't think it's actually like the most flattering. I think if I'm going for a red, I want something a little bit more of a true red. That's what or something brighter. But I think that this does have its time and place. It's perfect for fall. It gives really warm vibes. But I can't see myself wearing this like anytime not in the fall anymore. But it was on my bucket list for a long time, so I'm glad to have tried it. And then the final shade I have is Diva, the matte lipstick in Diva, which is what I'm wearing now. And this is my least favorite MAC lipstick ever. I mean, these are the only ones I've tried, but I've generally found the matte formula to be really saturated, impressive, easy to apply, ease of wear. It's just like a really solid formula. However, the Diva just does not meet those other checklists. You can kind of see here even how even and smooth all of these other matte formulas are, but Diva is just kind of like, it's a little patchy, it's a little chunkier, it is just not as even and smooth. I know that with deeper colors this is a little harder to formulate. Diva was actually one of my first few purchases of MAC lipsticks, and it was my first like deep color, and I loved it so much for a long time. But then as I started trying more and better formulas, this one really stood out to me as like, oh, this is not performing as well as other lipsticks, that is for sure. I found it the hardest to apply evenly. It would definitely come out patchy, it would pick up on flaky bits, it was just a little harder to work with, while I found other MAC lipsticks to be so effortless. So yeah, I love all of these lipsticks except for Diva. I can't imagine like a timeline where I didn't end up purchasing this, because it's such like a cult classic color, and even now I think it looks great. It's just way too finicky, and there are better alternatives in like this sort of shade now. But you know, years ago when I did purchase this, this was like kind of a go-to. I had a lot of love for it, and I kind of still keep it around for nostalgia, but for some reason, specifically in the shade Diva, the formula just flops for me. So this video is pretty short, but it was really fun to swatch all of these MAC lipsticks out. They have a good amount of like sentimental value, more so than some other lipsticks do for me. So this video is pretty short, but I hope that these swatches were helpful. I always enjoy seeing other like skin tone swatches, especially when I'm shopping around. So yeah, let me know what your favorite MAC lipsticks are. Thanks for watching.